I will be able to tell that story as a documentary type of situation.
You're going through it right now.
In a way that, because each one of us has a story of what it is to be in America today. And, we can't actually confront the problems of America until the shared stories are shared. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're attempting to reach out to the community.
These are real stories,
and give them real life stories about what it's like, and instead of being hopeless or everybody, building on their own little kingdoms and not realizing this needs to be a social experiment that's going to get us out of this, because homelessness is majorly going to just flood this country in the next year.
It's already here.
Yeah, it's here.
It's going to get worse, I mean.
Double, triple, and it's going to be a real viable thing. And those of us that have some kind of intelligence and an early start on this, maybe we can start working on solutions. But I think my story will be really important. But the fact that I can talk with you as much about this as I can has taken me 4 years, and they had me on medication, and I decided to cut the medication out. I did this to maintain, I mean, I had a beautiful vision. It just didn't coincide with what was going on in America.
What do you think's going on in America behind the scenes? What's their agenda?
Well, what's going on is I think one of the reasons that the Mayan Empire, they don't know why the Mayan Empire just disappeared one day. I think what it is you have too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You have too many people that have a vested interest in running the show. I mean, we have to have people that are actually producing something. And then we live in a modern technology age where, people are living vicariously through their phones, and there's this whole new technology. But, one idea that I might have for a thing with homelessness, and what I could have done with my 5 acres had I not had all these drug addicts who had no vision at all. I tried to deal with people that were just looking at, hey, listen, if I take this guy down, then it's a lot easier for me to gain wealth, rather than I was giving them opportunities for work. And they were going, no, we'll just sabotage you. We'll use the government. We'll lie about, what you say, and we'll have them take you to jail, and then we'll just have a bunch of us will just have a free-for-all on everything you work for. But if you could get, and it has to be government-sponsored, because, the government's entrenched, See, I grew up in the 60s, and, we all had a great vision of, community and all of that. But it was a little microcosm of people, and we didn't realize that there was hundreds of years of established government, that had to be contended with. So it was sort of co-opted, so to speak. But when the things get bad, there's going to have to be solutions. There's going to have to be...
Well, give me a solution from your perspective.
Donated land where there are homeless communities that are governed in a holistic way, including mental health. Because if you've got mental health issues, within the community, people, it has to be a social environment that's nurturing to the whole community.
Absolutely. It's all mental health from what I understand.
It really is.
And I don't call it mental health. I call it like brain health.
Social well-being.
Social well-being. Take a positive turn, right?
Yeah.
Enough of the negative.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's a negative connotation. In the community I'm dealing in now, we don't have a stigma on that. But
and everyone's out there dealing with it.
And what I say about mental health is, people that are damaged mentally they're perfectly normal people having a perfectly normal response to a really screwed up situation, you know. And
They're doing the best they can.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if you take care of your weakest, your community is going to be well. You know, you look at countries like Sweden or Norway, you know, where they have a much more caring environment for their people. People are happier, you know.
I'll tell you the biggest problem. What did the American people do to the American Indians?
Oh, I know.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think that government's going to do to you, the homeless people?
That's right.
Okay,
That's
so now
right.
you see it's the same people.
It is the same people.
Yeah.
And the fact is, if you leave, there is no justice if you leave things taken care of. But you know, they're doing super, you know, but they allow the Indians to have gambling casinos, you know.
That's a front. That's a front.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you a story. The Indians that live there are old, fat, drunk, don't know how to manage their money. They have medical problems. Not all of them, but
Right.
what I'm saying
No,
is,
this is true.
what I'm saying is, although they have the financial abundance, if you don't have the mindset and you don't know how to deal with that, you're like a child with that kind of money. They have a whole different issues with lawsuits and God knows what. Meaning the money's not going to them. The money's going to the what? The 1% that are over there that are on top. And which is what? Coming back right to who?
It comes right back to the men, because
Correct.
when those people get arrested, you know, they feed into the judicial system. When they get all their money, they spend it right into the economy, which gets taxed, and you know.
So yeah, it's like a...
There's going to have to be a huge amount of reconciliation. But, you know, my basic theory is things have got to get worse before they're going to get better. Because until it becomes painful, you know, people
It's
aren't
gonna pop,
change.
yeah.
People aren't going to change. So now is the time to just lay low, get yourself strong, you know, keep your ideas on things that are positive.
And help others where you can a little
You
bit.
know, I have no idea what's gonna. You know, I had all kinds of great